Goeiemôre dames en here. Hartlik welkom by vanoggend se plegtigheid. Good morning ladies and gentlemen. My apologies for interrupting the music, but we are just about ready to start. Just a few announcements, please. If you have friends or family elsewhere in the world, you are welcome to let them know that they can follow the entire ceremony via live streaming on the university's website at www.sun.ac.za/streaming. And the Sun is SUN. www.sun.ac.za/streaming. Out of respect for fellow graduates and also their guests, we request that you please remain for the entire graduation ceremony and not leave the hall while the graduation ceremony is still on the go. Thank you for that. We also request that you only consume unflavored water and not cool drinks or foodstuffs, as this is a sports floor that unfortunately is damaged by these products. Please do not switch off your cell phones, only switch them to silent, please. And you can participate on social media. We felt that if we can't beat them, then we might as well join them. So you can follow on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at #SUGrad, and then on Twitter also at Marty's Students. There will be some juice and bubbly at the alumni tent after the ceremony. They don't start pouring until the ceremony has been concluded. But there are photo walls, and you are welcome to take photographs there, and also please upload them to the social media platforms. We will be taking informal and formal photographs. For those of you who would like to order the photographs that will be taken on the stage area, please write your personal email address on the back of your name card that you received this morning. And as you hand them in, you will get samples of what your photographs look like, and then you can order them. There's also information with your degree that you could make contact with the photographers. The toilets are under the stage area. The ladies on my right, they're just next to the staircase is the entrance, and the gents to my left. We also have paramedics on duty if you should need medical assistance. They are in the hall, and there's also a first aid station underneath the stage. Please make use of their services. After the ceremony, if you take photographs in this venue, please do not move among the musical instruments that will be left here for the next ceremony. If you lose an item like car keys or mobile phones or any other items of importance, you are welcome to come and inquire in the foyer. Some of our staff members will be there. Or if you found something, you can also bring it to us in the foyer behind the stage area. We were fortunate so far this week not to have any load shedding. One was scheduled for yesterday, which didn't happen. But rest assured, we do have generators on standby. Our graduates will not go home without their qualifications. Please remain seated, and we will then continue as soon as we've switched over to the emergency power. We are just waiting for the academic procession to appear on the sides, and then we will start. So I will ask you at that point to rise, but we can just wait. Yes, all right. Please rise and remain standing until after the singing of the national anthem.
We will begin the proceedings by singing the national anthem, which you will find on the inside of the back cover of the program. Ons begin die verrigtinge met die sing van die nasionale lied, wat u op die binneagterblad van die program vind.
Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
You may be seated. Hiermee verklaar ek hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit van Stellenbosch behoorlik geconstitueer. I hereby declare this congregation of the Stellenbosch University duly constituted. Dames en here, aan die begin van hierdie gradeplegtigheid is ons as akademiese gemeenskap, ouers, gades, familie en vriende diep dankbaar vir die voorreg om vandag hier te kan wees, om saam ons gradiandi se sukses te kan vier. Ek nooi u daarom uit om net so te bly sit, terwyl ons vir 'n gewyde oomblik stil word en ons dankbaarheid betuig, elkeen in ons eie ruimte van verskillende sekulêre en godsdienstige lewensbeskouings. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of this graduation ceremony, we as academic community, parents, spouses, family and friends, are deeply grateful for the privilege to be here today to celebrate our graduates' success. To this end, I invite you all to remain seated while we observe a devotional moment, granting each other the space to express our gratitude according to our various secular and religious perspectives. Dank u, dames en heren. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So hartelijk welkom aan u allemaal by die 4de grade diploma en sertifikaatplegtigheid van hierdie gradeweek. In die fakulteit opvoedkunde word vanoggend 617 kwalifikasies toegeken en in die fakulteit krygskunde 77. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to this 4th graduation ceremony of our December graduation week. A special word of welcome to the Honorable Dr. Paya Mushelenga, Minister of Urban and Rural Development of Namibia, and also to General Shorke, Chief of the South African National Defence Force and members of the Military Command Council, and other representatives also of the South African National Defence Force. Our institution is very grateful for the financial support provided to our students by our donors. So welcome for the second time this week to representatives of the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. 'n Spesiale verwelkoming aan die twee ontvangers van die gesogte kanseliers toekenning vir uitnemendheid. Juffrou Jean Pretorius en professor Aslam Fattar, wat ook lid is van die Stellenbosch Universiteitsraad. Welkom ook aan u familie en vriende, wat vandag saam met ons graag erkenning gee vir u prestasies. Here at Stellenbosch University, we believe that multilingualism is an asset, and in the spirit of mutual respect for languages and cultures and inclusivity, I request Dr. Ntozake Tlazula to direct a few words of welcome in isiXhosa.
Kubo bonke abantu abakhoyo namhlanje kulomsitho wothweso zindanga kuDisemba 2018 apha kule University yase Stellenbosch siyanamkela kwizithwalandwe ezizawuthweswa izidanga namhlanje sithi siyavuyisana nani kubazali amaqabane yabo izihlobo nabahlobo siyanibulela ngenkxaso yenu nonke namkelekile.
Thank you, Dr. Tlazula. What a pleasure it is to preside over this graduation ceremony taking place in our centenary year, which makes it a truly historic occasion. Standing side by side with the town's sturdy old oak trees for the past 100 years, Stellenbosch University has grown into one of Africa's leading higher education institutions. In our centenary year, we have been celebrating our many successes and achievements the past 100 years. But at the same time, the university has acknowledged its contribution to the injustices of the past. And we regret the wrongs of the past and have committed ourselves to redress and development to right them. Ons eeufees verteenwoordig 'n nuwe begin vir die Universiteit Stellenbosch. Ons streef daarna om 'n relevante universiteit te wees wat 'n belangrike rol in die ontwikkeling van ons nasie en ons vasteland speel. Ons is daartoe verbind om 'n samelewing van waardigheid, genesing, geregtigheid, vryheid en gelykheid vir almal te help skep. Our latest groups of graduates, you folks in front of me this morning, you represent what this university stands for. You've worked very hard to get here. Congratulations. To graduates from both faculties represented here today, education and military science. So eers 'n paar woorde oor opvoedkunde. Toe die Universiteit van Stellenbosch in 1918 uit die Victoria College tot stand gekom het, was opvoedkunde al daar. Destyds een van net 4 stigtersfakulteite. En vandag het ons 10 fakulteite versprei oor 5 kampusse in die streek. En net met die universiteit in geheel was dit 'n kollektiewe poging deur talle individue oor baie jare wat bygedra het tot opvoedkunde se groei en hierdie fakulteit se huidige statuur in die land. En aan almal uit hierdie fakulteit wat vandag 'n kwalifikasie ontvang. Julle is nou die laaste groep gradiandi van die fakulteit se eerste eeu. Ons sien uit na 'n blink toekoms vir julle en vir ons fakulteit opvoedkunde na mate die universiteit sy tweede bestaanseeu betree. And now the Faculty of Military Science. There are several military and defense academies in Africa. However, the majority are focused on training and not education. Our Faculty of Military Science, working with the South African Military Academy at Saldanha, is unique for two reasons. It is multi-service, covering the Army, Air Force, Navy, and military health services, and it represents academic programs from undergraduates through to doctoral level. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that the first 2 PhD degrees will be awarded in this faculty today. Well done to the Dean of the faculty, as well as to the Commandant of the Military Academy and their respective teams. But most of all, well done to all the recipients today, everyone graduating today. As that famous recruitment poster puts it, your country needs you. We are proud of you, and we wish you well with your careers. Dames en here, voordat ons nou oorgaan tot die toekenning van die verskillende kwalifikasies, luister ons graag vir oulaas na ons eie musiektalent. Ladies and gentlemen, the Stellenbosch University Brass Ensemble and the SU African Music Ensemble with Wendy Joy Crowley as vocalist will now provide us with a musical interlude. Die Universiteit Stellenbosch Symfoniese Blaasensemble en die US Koperblaasensemble, albei onder leiding van Pamela Kierman, die US Afrika Musiekensemble onder leiding van Ngabakazi Mnukwane Saam met die soliste Nathan Lewis wat die nasionale lied gesing het en Wendy Joy Crowley gaan ons nou verlaat. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to our Stellenbosch University musicians for entertaining our guests here this morning. Let's give them another round of applause as they now leave the hall. Dames en heren, ek sal nou aan die kandidaate wat aan my voorgestel word, die onderskeie grade, diplomas en sertifikate verleen. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall now confer on the candidates who are presented to me the respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Although we try our utmost to pronounce everyone's names correctly, I have it on good authority that our deans have been diligently practicing. The reality is that we have graduate staff and guests from many different backgrounds and language groups, and we request your understanding and tolerance for the fact that we may find the pronunciation of each other's first names and surnames a challenge sometimes. Thank you.
Meneer die visiekanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter die wysbegeerte in die fakulteit opvoedkunde aan die kandidaate wat ek aan u voorstel te verleen. Die betrokke promotor sal telkens 'n kort verklaring oor die proefskrif doen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Education on the candidates that I present to you. The supervisor concerned will give a brief outline of the dissertation. First candidate, Onesmus Aluvi with Supervisor Professor Lagrange.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this study evaluated the implementation of the Junior Secondary Certificate Life Science curriculum in the Khomas region of Namibia. The findings revealed that teachers experienced several implementation challenges of a social and contextual nature. However, participation in collaborative professional development workshops reduced teachers' isolation and resulted in the enhancement of learners' confidence, classroom participation, and learning. I request you to confer the degree on Ms. Aluvi.
Next candidate is Patrick Boson. Dr. M. Gerdien will give a brief outline of the dissertation on behalf of the supervisor.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, the candidate investigated the effects of high-stakes mathematics assessment on Nigerian high school teachers' instructional practices. Findings revealed that the teachers preferred traditional strategies that detrimentally encourage memorization of procedures to learner-centered strategies that promote conceptual understanding. The study therefore recommends the latter, which are critical for success in tertiary education. I request you to confer the degree on Mr. Patrick Boson. Thank you.
Kandidaat Lida Marie de Villiers met promotor Professor Wessels.
Mr. Vice Chancellor,
Mathematics contributes significantly towards engineering education, denoting the prominence of possessing mathematical competence. A gap in literature was exposed, enhancing engineering technician students' competencies to proceed towards mathematical thinkers and doers. This study explains how engineering technician competencies and mathematical modeling competencies co-develop within the context of mathematical modeling. Meneer die visiekanselier, ons het hierdie geval dat die student se studie se M-graad was opgegradeer na 'n PhD as gevolg van die uitsonderlike kwaliteit daarvan. So sy is 'n goeie student. I request you to confer the degree on Lida Marie de Villiers. Thank you, sir.
Kandidaat Gerardus Jacobus Christian Griesel met promotor professor Fourie Malherbe.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, with multiple intelligence theory as basis, this design-based research study makes an original contribution to the body of knowledge on design education through the development of a design skill set enhancement framework to improve student access and success in landscape architecture studies. One of the external examiners described the thesis as an exemplary scholarly research initiative that is both rigorous and relevant. I request you to confer the degree on Gerardus Griesel.
Next candidate, Buluwai Gubenga Yaisimi, with supervisor Professor Venter.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, barefoot as a training modality in sport has gained popularity in recent years. The candidate found that an off-court barefoot training program had various positive outcomes for netball players. Some benefits of the barefoot training included better ankle stability and better landing mechanics for the barefoot group compared to the shot players. These findings on the biomechanical benefits of barefoot training have important implications for performance and injury management in team sport athletes where landing mechanics are important. I request you to confer the degree on Bolu Jayesami.
Candidate Ramesh Jaram with supervisor Professor Davids.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, research shows that teacher education programs in South Africa are impeded by abstract theory-laden and decontextualized modes of teacher professional development. The student argues for a practice-based teacher professional learning approach. By utilizing this approach, he recommends that teacher education programs should include pedagogies for learning that are socially mediated, supported, embodied, and relate to the contextual needs of the teacher, thus developing the skills to convert theoretical ideas into practice. I request you to confer the degree on Ramesh Jaram.
Candidate Matilda Mangelwa Kabende, with Supervisor Professor van Wyk.
This hermeneutic inquiry provides a conceptual and documentary analysis of relevant institutional policies to understand how the University of Namibia and Stellenbosch University articulate culture as development. The policies address the theoretical framework of knowledge, history and tradition, human development, social and economic transformation to some extent. A historical peregrination indicates reference to human resource development instead of human development. I request you to confer the degree on Matilda Mwangelwa Kabende.
Candidate Chikombutsu Herbert Mantalu, with Supervisor Professor Wahid.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in this dissertation, Herbert Mantalu argues for a reimagined understanding of citizenship education. He analyzes Malawian primary education and found that one way of addressing the shortcomings within that form of education is to extend leading arguments in philosophy of education in relation to human equality, recognition of difference, and a fusion between what he calls local and universal knowledge. I hereby request that you confer the degree on Chikumbutsu Herbert Mantalu.
Candidate Percy Mashebe, with Supervisor Professor Lagrange.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this study assessed male and female agricultural science teachers' competencies and needs with the view of improving agricultural science teacher education in the Zambezi region of Namibia. Although there were no statistically significant differences in the frequency distributions on each of the perceived competencies and needs measured, nuanced differences were observed, highlighting the necessity of more focused continuing professional development programs for agricultural science teachers. I request you to confer the degree on Percy Mashebe.
Candidate Theopolina Anna Ndahe Kilekwa Ngumbu, with Professor Lagrange.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this phenomenological study explored social science teachers' experiences of the implementation of the junior secondary school curriculum in the Karas region of Namibia. The study highlights the successes and the challenges experienced by social science teachers during the implementation of the new curriculum and emphasizes the importance of legitimating the curriculum as lived by teachers alongside the curriculum as planned. I request you to confer the degree on Theopolina Nehumbu.
Kandidaat Christa Philander met promotor Dr. ML Botha.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, educational research highlights the relationship between continuing professional development of teachers and their competence to teach effectively. Set in a rural school district in the Western Cape, Vredendal, the study utilized a community of practice approach. Collaborating science teachers benefited most from the mutually developed pedagogical interventions applicable to the South African educational context. I request you to confer the degree on Christa Jolene Philander.
Candidate Mudenda Simukungwe with Supervisor Professor Wahid.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Mudenda Simukunkwe analyzes Zambian higher education in relation to quality assurance. She argues and implicitly cautions only to address quality assurance at a procedural level might be a mistake. And she contends that it is more plausible to look at quality in relation to substantive change, meaning that you look at the underlying meanings that make higher education in Zambian education what it is. I hereby request you confer the degree on Mudenda Simukunkwe.
Sonja Catherine Strydom met Professor Kaal.
Meneer die visiekanselier, die integrering van tegnologie in die curriculum is tans hoog op die agenda van nasionale en internasionale hoër onderwysinstellings. Dit is gedeeltelik as gevolg van die massifikasie van hoër onderwys en die groei van internasionalisme, gevolglike druk op leer- en onderrigpraktyke. Dit is dan teen hierdie agtergrond dat hoër onderwysinstellings die integrering in die curriculum van tegnologie al hoe meer oorweeg en implementeer ten einde onderrigleer te optimaliseer. Hierdie studie van Sonja Strydom, terloops haar tweede doktorsgraad, ondersoek die onderliggende strukturele agentfaktore wat die integrasie van tegnologie in die hoër onderwyskurrikulum beïnvloed. En dan ook verseker dat daar tegnologie-verrykte kurrikulumontwikkeling plaasvind. Hierdie studie identifiseer die behoefte om erkenning te gee aan die interaksie tussen hierdie faktore wat drie interafhanklike velde, naamlik kurrikulumontwikkeling, integrasie van tegnologie en akademiese ondersteuning aan personeel, sterk ondersoek. Een van die oorsese eksaminatore meld in sy verslag, "It was the most methodologically sound thesis I have ever read." En ek versoek u om die graad aan Sonja Strydom te verleen.
Kandidaat Marietta Swart met promotor Professor van der Walt.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, becoming workplace literate means recognizing the value and purpose of literacy practices in different workplace-related contexts. The candidate contributes to the field by developing a conceptual framework by means of which he identified the affordances for workplace literacy development in the engineering and related design program used at TVET colleges. I request that you confer the degree on Marietta Swart.
Tanya Zastron, Dr. W. Kraak sal 'n kort verklaring oor die proefskrif namens die promotor doen.
Meneer die Fisiekanselier, beroerte oorlewenis word geaffekteer deur langtermyngevolge. Onder andere funksionele verlies word grootliks bepaal deur posturale beheerstoornisse in oorlewendes. Die kandidaat het 'n ondersoek ingestel op die effek van 'n 8 weke sensoriese motoriese oefenprogram oor strukturele konnektiwiteit by kroniese beroerte pasiënte. Die bevinding het posturale beheer verbeteringe getoon wat met strukturele verbindingsveranderings geassosieer kan word. Ek versoek u om die graad aan Tanya Zastron te verleen.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Military Science in the Faculty of Military Science on the candidate that I present to you. The supervisor concerned will give you a brief outline of the dissertation. Our first candidate on our very first PhD is Evert Philippus Kleinans, the supervisor, Professor I.J. van der Wag.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate produced an in-depth study of the Axis and Allied maritime operations off the southern African coast during the Second World War. The complicated nature and extent of these operations on what was a periphery of a larger naval war revealed for the first time. Within this context, the opposing strategies, the associated maritime intelligence networks, and the quandaries faced by the Allied merchant captains and German U-boat commanders, as well as their civil and military principles in London, Pretoria, and Berlin, are investigated. Simultaneously, the contradictions between the objectives of the Smuts government and the imperial power in London exposed a struggle of a very different kind. I request you to confer the degree on Evert Philippus Kleinans.
Our second candidate on our very first PhD goes to Andres Petrus Peter, the supervisor, Dr. K.I. Telezani.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the research responds to the limited military knowledge management stock of knowledge in a world saturated by ubiquitous knowledge, continuum artifacts, change and complexity. A coherent and integrated South African Department of Defense knowledge management capability and knowledge management leadership philosophy, definitions for knowledge, knowledge management and knowledge management models are recommended as fundamental enablers of advantage in the national interest. The qualitative research further suggests the establishment of coherency within an alignment of current legislation, the Defense Review 2015, policy, doctrine, existing military capability expressions, and knowledge security with knowledge era paradigm for knowledge continuum management. I request you to confer the degree on Petrus Andries Peter.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I try to speak like my colleague, but I'll revert to my normal voice. Meneer die Vice-Kanselier, ek versoek u om die volgende grade, sertifikate en diplomas in die fakulteit opvoedkunde te verleen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the following degrees, certificates and diplomas in the Faculty of Education. Vir die graad Magister in die Wysbegeerte, Master of Philosophy. Nduwazi Obert Mabunda. Magister in die Natuurwetenskap en Sportwetenskap, Master of Science in Sport Science, Sarah Lee Arnold. Jean-Pierre Lombard. Karina Weaver-Neely. Heike Nolte. Magister in opvoedkunde en opvoedkundige sielkunde, Master of Education and Educational Psychology, Gikma Jackson. Magister in opvoedkunde en opvoedkundige sielkunde, cum laude, Master of Education and Educational Psychology, cum laude, Yvette Punt. Magister in opvoedkunde, Master of Education, Josephine Ashieke. Lorraine Vida Bailey. John Gilland. Shannon Lee Goliath. Carly King. Jack Lowe. Evelina Nailoke Nakambale. Marlies Rademeyer. Anine Schultz. Leah Elizabeth Slinger Steenberg. Magister in opvoedkunde, cum laude, Master of Education, cum laude. Ilse Pauline Baker. El Ray Basson. Manini Rose Kotele. Rensha Skuman. Honeers Baccalaureus in opvoedkunde, Bachelor of Education Honours, Deirdre Gita Anthony. Walter Carolus. Margrita Magdalene Jansen. Crystal Charm Patches Magerman. Lillian Jenge. Zuliswa Ivan Hongwana. Honeursbaccalaureus in die opvoedkunde in onderwysontwikkeling en demokrasie. Bachelor of Education Honours in Education Development and Democracy. Martin Wilfred Aris. Monique Brandt. Zakia Brinkhuis. Jared Lee Kloete. Mawande Jamba. Amron Lorette Lindewell. Lauren Lee Mentor. Georgia Elaine Mingo. Abilene Willifield. Josiah Pereira. Lindsay Jade Peterson. Gradwell Craig Poole. Karine Ellen September. Constance Lorraine Penelope Stierman. Nicole Anthea Wilson. Honeursbaccalaureus in die opvoedkunde in onderwysontwikkeling en demokrasie cum laude. Bachelor of Education Honours in Educational Development and Democracy cum laude. Delicia Allison Davids. Kate Rood. Honeursbaccalaureus in die opvoedkunde en opvoedkundige ondersteuning. Bachelor of Education Honours in Educational Support. Kelly Dominique Arendse. Rukeya Bihardin. Joanne Botha. Marianka Botha. Mariska Breitenbach. Lucinda Kraus. Lisa Marie Grobler. Gareth Avron Hendricks. Wilbur Adrian Castoor. Magdalena Katarina Knutse. Annerie Lau. Odette Rochelle Manuel. Lauren Ottilia MacArthur. Jessica Jane McEvoy. Tanya Tolkien. Jade Michelle van der Merwe. Renate Aletta van Tonder. Simpie Windvoel. Honeursbakkalaris in die opvoedkunde en opvoedkundige ondersteuning cum laude. Bachelor of Education Honours and Educational Support cum laude. Elmarie Klasker. Meika Marie Dominee. Marna van Rensburg. Caitlin Alex van Stryp. Honeursbakkalaris in die opvoedkunde in grondslagfase onderrig, Bachelor of Education Honours in Foundation Phase Teaching. Amy van Rienen. Honeursbakkalaris in die opvoedkunde in grondslagfase onderrig cum laude, Bachelor of Education Honours in Foundation Phase Teaching cum laude. Doreen Joy Campbell. Lisa Marie Maria Elizabeth Fourie. Saskia Kuzel. Ilse Lourens, wie se ouer Dr. E. Lourens die band sal omhang. Catherine Ann Peart. Laura Ann Robertson. Honeursbakkalaris in die natuurwetenskappe en sportwetenskap, Bachelor of Science Honours in Sport Science. Daniela Kimberly Annandale. Jenna Lee Bum. Olof Charles Wesselberg. Christine Suzanne Bosch. Hubert Seymour Boshoff. Rita Marie Brandt. Nariskia Breinhardt. Annette Koetser. Christian de Kok. Marie Els. Stephanie Jane Henderson. Jean-Pierre Jordan. Rosanne Krause. Marie-Louise Lichtaert. Melissa Luke. Janke Mostert. Christine Marna Oosthuizen. Johan Frederik Otto. Nicholas Price. Carla Rabi. Emily Jane Robertson. Lizandi Smith. Sunay Stapelberg. Sonika Stemmet. Matthew Swart. Tarinka Trieter. Keegan Gilbert van Aarde. Ruzan Wazu. Anel Watson. Nico Harley Woolfarth. Francis Simon. Honeurs baccalaureus in die natuurwetenskappe in biokinetika. Bachelor of Science Honours in Biokinetics. Tara Tineke Charon. Lisa Kutsia. Menantu Theodore de Lange. Jannik Heiko Gustafsson. Karsten Michael Horn. Eugen Nathan Usias. Andrea Koch. Annika Katarina Krier. Melt Christie Leighton. Justine Pelfreman. Mieke Potgieter. Vuyelwa Sipukasi Gadebe. Yvonne Renken. Erin Fay Rosevier. Monique Schmidt. Susanna Francina Schumann. Garen Richard Smith. Corneille Carla Tiart. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Biokinetics below the stage on page Catherine Radford. Honeursbaccalaureus in die natuurwetenskappe in biokinetika cum laude. Bachelor of Science Honours in Biokinetics cum laude. Chantal Estreisen. Charles François Janse van Rensburg. Honeursbaccalaureus in die opvoedkunde in taalonderwys, Bachelor of Education Honours in Language Education. Herman André Mens. Nagraadse onderwyssertifikaat in verdere onderwys en onderopleiding. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Further Education and Training Teaching. Tiffany Kelsey Abdul. Amy Adams. Ishmael Ali. Kalina Angulov. Jeandre Marshall Barnes. Pia Jade Bateman. Joanne Mia Bauermeister. Bjorn André Bernardo. Jan Andries Besuidenhout. Christy Boshoff. Chantal Brits. Gert Johannes Jacobus Brewer. Amber Buys. Janke Kalitz. Gavian Krause Kluter. Pilinomi Kutsia. Pauline Como. Calvin Jr. Fabian Cornelius. Afiwe Damane. Sinaku Bankusana Dase. Jacqueline Marian De Bruin. Marie de Kok. Daniela Lynette de Pinto. Amy Marche de Via. Rachel Marie Duplessis. Kayakazi Deunasi. Garth Cleven Ellis. Suzanne Erasmus. Jusra Fakir. Muhammad Yusuf Fani. Nina Finch. Lauren Heidi Voetman. Gabriel Forsman. Lauren K. Frans. Tyler Storm French. Nicole Beth Frieslaar. Jessica Lee Gannon. Kezia Jemima George. Nikita Yentel Goliath. Portia Petula Greef. Genevieve Groenewald. Tiffany Heather Groenewald. Cecilia Cynthia Guatyusa. Fiwe Webula. Onginkosi Giftgafu. Emily Jane Harty. Marvin Brendan Hendricks. Ria Hopkins. Eloise Jacobs. Chandra Yao Lewis. Sophia Johardin. B.T. Jordan. Nicole Monique Hubert. Berenice Joyce Julies. Tashlin Shamika Sharon Julies. Mbali Kanya. Kendall Kirtley. Daniel Kuchlenberg. Angelique Kuhlmann. Leonie Kokan. Jana Kotsier. Amy Shante Lakay. Adeline Lamour. Matthijs Michiel Laupscher. Michaela Leroux. Faslin Leibrand. Joanne Corrine Levendal. Nadia Lou. Tanya Lou. Joseph Makafola. Anarien Malan. Alison Marais. Jacobus Johannes Marais. Zanelie Kim Marcus. Jacqueline Adrian Martinez. Jody Martins. James William Marks. Stephanie Jordan Matthew. Kuliswa Mbomvu. Sheena Lisa MacDonald. Stanley Byron Meyer. Veronique Jane Meyer. Shamila Michaels. Zadine Michaels. Aisha Murat. Promise Muleta. Surya Nel. Caleb Elijah Nell. Janet Nieuwhof. Sisanda Nkwane. Carla Nolte. Petrus Frederik Oberholzer. Marissa Charnay Pasens. Jack Harold Perrott. Artikwa Peterson. Lisa Peterson. Sasha Lee Michelle Peterson. Michaela Philando. Jana Pick. Jody Alice Peterson. Michelle Peterson. Karen Christie Potgieter. Johanna Katarina Prinsloo. Mbuneni Cecilia Ramuhashi. Vulezani Ira Ramatangwa. Sulaya Rinquist. Tamsin Claudia Rowdy. Karen Monica Rover. Tatum Zoe Russell. Lauren Whitley Sant. Nazima Sauer. Nina Nicole Sauls. Henri Squineus. Anne Kathleen Scott. Jessica Janet Sheard. Corlia Sieberachen. Anshua Marie Smith. Keegan John Smith. Kelly Jade Smith. Tahetsi Hammersma Smith. Veronique Smith. Christy Marie Stein. Lucas Martinez Dorfling ter Blanche. Lara Terry. Jennifer Johanna Catherine Thompson. Anna Sophia Stephanie Eis. Rebecca van der Breggen. Michaela van der Ros. Nicola van Kasterop. Henri van die Kerk. Jacob Johannes van Reenen. Gillian Eldritha van Wyk. Robin Tammy Vermaak. Laika Visser. Shante Wendt. Stacey Lee Wessels. Margot Warren. Danielle Makeda Wynand. Nagraadse onderwyssertifikaat in verdere onderwys en onderrigopleiding cum laude, postgraduate certificate in education, in further education and training and teaching, cum laude. Sarah Lee Maria Allers. Clay Chester Wade Andrews. Helene Badenhorst. Mika Ball. Jamie Misha Barendse. Lara Dominique Barry. Fayad Benjamin. Olivia Shala Bevan. Imelda Esmeralda Cruza. Ashika Davis. Joanne Tracy Drury. Maria Caterina de Toey. Adrian Bruce Dunsby. Andrea Ferreira. Michaela Gordon. Alexia Susanna Giannakis. Lizanne Hichu. Megan Duenay Yafta. Kuketsu Peter Tanki Kule. Christine Kritzinger. Leila Loupscher. Anine Low. Lida Malherbe. Catherine Jane Maria. Alan Eldrin Meyer. Jacques Niehaus. Christy Leandri Oosthuizen. Janetta Sophia Oosthuizen. Kaylee Gwyneth Pistorius. Sarah Jane Purchase. Amy Ravi. Nolene Reddy. Janine Virginia Roy. Bianca Lee Velosa Scott. Shanae Dupani Smith. Tanya Smith. Drian Strydom. Kayla Ann Swart. Liebe Swart. Chanel van Reineveld. Kristen van Tonder. Madrey Grace van Zyl. Wenzel Rousseau. Nicola Louise Wheeler.
Die graad baccalaureus in die opvoedkunde algemene onderwys, the degree Bachelor of Education General Education. Dwymegan Jildreth Louise Barley. Dalita Basson. Tanya Besuidenhout. Taylor Bird. Zelda Blatt. Jean-Marie Badin Botha. Marisa Bredenkamp. Anja Brink. Stefanie Brits. Cara Hope Cabana. Wafiq Kasim. Tatum Olivia Christians. Jean-Marie Celia. Amber Clark. Monique Inge Kloete. Jessica Colette. Taylor Jordan Cox. Keanu Giovannian Cupido. Marguerite Evelyn Curtin. Alana Lee Elizabeth Daniel. Carrie Lee Adrian Daniels. Earl Gary Daniels. Brogan Lee Danhauser. Marijke de Kok. Claire de Lange. Daniel Louise de Necker. Francis Alexandra de Villiers. Lise Marie Dippenaar. Jamie Lee Elreen Dondas. Georgina Sophie Duplessis. Cara de Pree. Almay de Tooi. Melanique de Tooi. Inez Dunjwa. Nanine Engelbrag. Lee Everts. Danielle Storm Volkener. Joanne Farley. Bilkies February. Monica Fernandez. Gayla Ferreira. Stefan Fulter. Janique Fourie. Martin Fourie. Minke Fourie. Tanya Fourie. Mersha Joan French. Ismail Gafildin. Anine Gilumee. Savannah Gilman. Celeste Andrea Gous. Janida Karina Gous. Inge Bianca Greiling. Jelani Griesel. Megan Grobbelaar. Rimay Groenewald. Inge Groenewald. Dion Haasbroek. Cassidy Jacqueline Claire Harricum. Samamkele Hawu. Saskia Diana Hendricks. Dylan Henwood. Helen Louise Heinz. Marzaan Heinz. Jared Allen Hilton. Nicole Roche Hein. Shannon Lees Hoogvelden. Danielle Lauren Hoskin. Brittany Lee Inch. Wilmarie Jansen van Vuren. Chanel K. Jones. Daniel Jones. Sky Louise Jones. Cara Jordan. Kazia Kayat. Helene Marie Keller. Glenwell Dwayne Kok. Ramona Marie Koen. Marintia Kraak en haar band sal omgehang word deur haar eggenoot Dr. W.J. Kraak. Kylen Beatrice Kriel. Maxine Lamarck. Keelan Beatrice Laner. Aubrey John Lawrence. Bia Leroux. Esmarie Leroux. Larissa Lombard. Melissa Lee Lorenzo. Sisle Lubanga. Joshua Mark Sky McDonald. Emma Macon. Litter Adrian Louis Marais. Rainier Marie Marx. Gift Joel Matroos. Lelani Beatrice Mostert. Angelique Mulder. Anati Caroline Dawana. Kirsten Neve. Tabisa Nelani. Nadia Nero. Marie Nieuwoud. Abonga Nkai. Kari Marie Okhuis. Erin Oktober. Sunay Odendaal. Lenay Oosthuizen. Lauren Rose Opperman. Farana Osman. Nadia Pinar. Rachel Nicola Pinar. Tashneen Saskia Petersen. Phelan Michaela Plots. Kim Polman. Amy Lee Postumus. Priska Pretorius. Samantha Pretorius. Caroline Elizabeth Price. Jana Elizabeth Prince. Amanda Koji. Annelies Rademan. Kybri Rademeyer. Hilette Reed. Rebecca Elizabeth Reed. Alshay Paula Robertson. Demi-Lee Clemise Rubaintjies. Tamarin Rolf. Carmen Roots. Sujane Roos. Tamsin Rule. Yusra Safedin. Jasminka Anastasia Sieberhagen. Emiel Anrich Grant Skiffers. Barend Christian Smit. Carla Smit. Lindsay Ann Smit. Engela Magdalena Smith. Jessica Smith. Marseille Smith. Shannon Smith. Marietta Debbie Snyders.
Tamisha Stalmeester. Isabel Steenkamp. Yvonne Steenkamp. Elisna Stoffberg. Nikki Stoffberg. Devin Swanepoel. Renske Celeste Swanepoel. Rian Jason Swati. Cara Taylor. Carla Tron. Sarah Ann Thompson. Jamie Janetta Taitis. Anita Chabe. Vicky van Deventer. Kaylee Sage van Eden. Andrea van Jaarsveld. Chantel van Niekerk. Izaan van Niekerk. Tammy Lee van Renen. Amorai Storm van Rensburg. Janke van Rensburg. Saskia van Rensburg. Reinhard Burger van Romburg. Irvin John van Rooij. Ilse Dunel van Wyk. Chantay Marie van Sail. Esther Rebecca Naledi van Sail. Sumari Verster. Monien van Wielig. Anzel Foster. Lenika Vosloo. Kenitha Lismarie Wanza. Nicole Mishka Ware. Angela Helen Marchant Webster. Nina Weyers. Kristen Lee Whiteboy. Winique Willemse. Antonio Armand Williams. Sasha Lee Wilson. Colleen Emerentia Zili. San-Marie Zietsman. Die graad baccalaureus in die opvoedkunde algemene onderwys cum laude. The degree Bachelor of Education, General Education cum laude. Shyam Arendse. Georgia Madeline Bailey. Jade Kendall Bachelor. Clyde Denovan Blau. Shanae Anarith Bowers. Jennifer Jane Kluter. Amy Wendy De Necker. Tamsin Kayla De Villiers. Wilma De Waal. Jamila Doorman. Aldijn Dreyer. Lenay Els. Stacy June Farrell. Melissa Gestein. Dylan Kelsey Guest. Andrea Haywood. Annerie Janse van Rensburg. Michaela Janse van Rensburg. Nielke Matthee. Stephanie Niemann. Elizabeth Hermina Odendaal. Megan Ann Parker. Lauren Sunay Pinar. Claire Elizabeth Scott. Lindy Stein. Marley Strydom. Esmay Taljaard. Jaco Tron. Johanna Wilhelmina Truter. Wynona Gabriela van Aarde. Shanae Lacia van Tonder. Christoffel Stefanus van Tonder. Jean Wessels.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degrees in the Faculty of Military Science. The degree Bachelor of Military Science Honours. Graham Chimba. Martin Mathley de Bruin. Nomcebo Mary Dalani. Dolik Kwena Manamela. Londiwe Precious Maseko. Mitloti Miranda Masongani. James Moorcroft. Edwin Maruse Mzamai. Theodora Babalwa Nkozo. The degree Bachelor of Military Science. Nkobizizwe Agostina Nkwanyama. Khaloso Rampadi. Tumelo Kinsley Seiso. Linda Dinio Semenya. Disezo Garabo Shave. Sipo Anton Shongwe. Priscilla Ntombana Dipuo Chabalala. Michelle Bretz. Cameron Chetty. Londa Miki Dlamini. Lindsay David Flores. Sikelela Godwana. Lorado Yankis. Dikheto Khopani. Lucky McDavis Kobani. Jabu Justice Khoza. Lucia Elaine Palesa Kivido. Tanya Teresa Klassen. Ernest Wilhelm Gupte. Piri George Lituba. Thabo Lucas Letseka. Karabo Nuku Maleka. Aida Matilda Mamba. Prince Manailani. Karabo Donald Masenamela. Tato Erika Sibonda Matabove. Mulifi Richard Matiba. Uselezo Matibela. Ruth Ntabiseng Matlow. Watandwa Memani. Akona Babalwa Mukoyana. Thabo Edward Massa. Mhlominyana William Mohali. Hotaso Isley Mukhotso. Kogola Guy Yvonne Mukwena. Rebecca Mukwena. Tsepisho Ismail Mulukummi. Koni Mwadru Musadi Munjani. Kabelo Daniel Muncheng. Dimagajo Frida Munyeki. Goodman Innocent Mutau. Faith Tsuluhadzo Msimango. Alfred Kinimuzi Mchocha. Thabo Matlapana Nkwana. Tulisa Nzaluba. Nomsa Aido Ntuli. Gugu Ntobeko Nkumalo. Nompimelelo Nyembe. Siatanda Odwa Peter. Swangile Lizzie Pule. Sivuile Ram. Talifani Victor Rachivadelo. Rhino Monet Reuters. Lucky Philemon Sandreni. Uitumelo Maureen Subulela. Wandile Comfort Shabangu. Motlagala Peter Sibeko. Lucretia Liesel Smith. Khabu Perseverance Tamara. Sibusiso John Shabalala. Tembingosi Elvis Williams. Mkululi Sazi Zwani. The degree Bachelor of Military Science cum laude. Shanae Reuters. Wayne Mark Tomlinson.
Meneer die visiekanselier, ek versoek u om aan die graad, diploma en sertifikaatkandidaate wie se name aan die ook voorgelê is, maar nie hier teenwoordig is nie, die onderskeie grade, diplomas en sertifikate in hulle afwesigheid te verleen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degrees, diplomas and certificates on those candidates whose names have been presented to you but who could not attend in their absence.
Ek verleen die onderskeie grade, diplomas en sertifikate aan die kandidate in hulle afwesigheid. I confer the respective degrees, diplomas and certificates on the candidates in their absence.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding feature of institutions that focus on excellent performance is that excellent achievers receive acknowledgement on different levels and in different ways. In the context of Stellenbosch University, this recognition includes the Chancellor's Awards, which focus on sustained excellence in research and/or learning and teaching and/or community interaction and/or administration. In the Faculty of Education, the receiver of this award for 2018 is Professor Aslam Fattar. I have pleasure in presenting the following motivation. Professor Aslam Fattar has served as Vice Dean Research at 2 universities. He currently serves on various international commissions, was the former Editor-in-Chief of the accredited Southern African Review of Education, and was a former President of the South African Education Research Association. He has served on the councils of 3 universities in the Western Cape. Professor Fattar has supervised 20 PhD dissertations and 43 MA theses, published over 80 articles, co-edited 5 books and was guest editor of 4 special journals. He has won 3 awards for his publications and was awarded a Medal of Honor by the Education Association of South Africa. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, with this commendation as background, I request you to present the Chancellor's Award for Research to Professor Aslam Fattar.
Meneer die fisiekanselier, in die afdeling leer en onderrig oor die kanselierstoekenning vir 2018 aan Jean Pretorius gemaak en ek hou graag die volgende motivering aan die voor. Jean Pretorius se loopbaan getuig van volgehoue uitnemendheid. Op haar toegewyde en noukeurige manier het sy 'n groot bydrae gemaak tot die sukses van Universiteit Stellenbosch om leer en onderrig tot nog hoër vlakke te neem. Haar uitstekende kennis van die universiteit en haar goeie verhoudings met steunpersoneel, akademici en studente het die werksaamhede van die kantoor van die visierektor aansienlik verbeter. Sy het reeds 7 rektorstoekennings tevore ontvang vir algemene prestasie en in 15 jaar diens aan die universiteit het sy vir 5 verskillende topbestuurders in die rektoraat haar besondere kundigheid en vermoë gedeel en daarmee kon sy aanpas met die verandering in die rektoraatsomgewing, maar ook die verandering in die universiteit en steeds daarin slaag om uitnemende diens te lewer. Sy is werklik 'n verdienstelike ontvanger van hierdie gesogte kanselierstoekenning. Meneer die fisiekanselier, ek versoek u dus graag om die kanselierstoekenning aan Jean Pretorius te oorhandig. Baie dankie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now concluded the awarding of degrees, diplomas and certificates, and on behalf of Stellenbosch University, we wish to congratulate all of you who were awarded a qualification here today. You may perhaps feel it's a little bit too soon, but we would like to encourage you to continue with further studies on the next level. And we will try our utmost to accommodate postgraduate studies and to help you in this endeavor. Hartlik geluk aan Professor Fattar en Pretorius met julle kanselierstoekennings. Ladies and gentlemen, in our centenary year, the university has launched a special networking platform, especially for all our graduates. It is called Marty's Connect. So please go on to www.martysconnect.com and sign up. On this platform, you can stay connected to your Marty friends. You can find the latest job postings, mentors, and networking opportunities, all at one location. So please take advantage of the opportunity to connect and promote your career and stay in contact with your alma mater. Stellenbosch University will always be your alma mater from now on. I also wish to sincerely congratulate parents, spouses, and family for the achievement of your family member, spouse, or friend. In many an instance, support probably went hand in hand with sacrifice. But we trust that the reason for your presence here today made it all worthwhile. But I think it will be most appropriate of our graduates to acknowledge the support with a hearty round of applause. Voordat ek afsluit, nooi ek u almal graag uit om hierna 'n glasie te kom klink by die spesiale Eeufees alumni tent hier op die veld langsaan. By die tent is daar ook verskeie verkooppunte waar u US aandenings kan koop om hierdie ekstra spesiale gradeplegtigheid jaar te vier. Dit sluit in universiteitsboeke, matrikulasie, geskenke en ons eie welgevallen kelder se wyn. So please join the Alumni Relations team in the marquee for a glass of bubbly to toast your wonderful achievement. Marty memorabilia, welgevallen wines are for sale. It's a perfect spot to do all your one-stop Christmas shopping. Ons het nou die einde van die verrigtinge verryk en ek verklaar hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch as beëindig. Ek versoek u om op te staan en te bly staan totdat die akademiese prosesie die saal verlaat het. We have now come to the end of the proceedings and I hereby declare this meeting of the congregation of the Stellenbosch University closed. Would you please rise and remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall.